and welcome back to my channel. It feels so surreal sitting here because I've taken such a long break, but during this time I was just doing a lot of self-reflection and thinking like, why did I start this channel? When I initially started it, it was mostly because of how I was feeling. I was making so much progress with my healing journey in therapy, and I was learning so much that I wanted to share the information. I wasn't as honest, I wasn't as open, and I wasn't authentically myself because I was still processing a lot of emotions that did not make sense. So I did take some time out. A few months ended up into almost a year and a half. Next minute I'm here. But during this time I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about what I went through and how I processed it, and I'm still processing so much, but I feel like this whole healing journey is something that I want to share. Someone asked me like, why you want to do this channel, like what is your elevator pitch, and that motivated me to actually start all over. What's the main reason that I started this? Why am I here? What I want to share? How did I feel when I was making that progress, and I was hoping that I could share that information to give somebody else hope. It was all about giving somebody hope, not just sharing my story or not just sharing my trauma, but I really sat down and thought about how I felt as an 11-year-old girl having PTSD and not even knowing what it was. If I had someone like me, or someone who looked like me, or someone to be like, hey, those emotions that you can't make sense of, those feelings you can't make sense of, they will pass. It's it one day, you'll feel better about it one day, and you'll understand your body more, you'll connect more. If I knew that, I would have been so much further because I always felt like those emotions were going to hold me back from being successful or being loved or being welcome. I'm hoping this channel will be a light to somebody who doesn't understand the emotions, somebody who just wants some kind of information to be like, you know, one day I can also be okay. I can also feel good about myself. I can also not allow things that have happened to me to destroy me, because it's all about taking control of your mind. And I didn't know I had PTSD for a long time until I felt like those were like for war zone people. I didn't want to attach myself to such an identity, but the more I ran away from it, the more it followed me and more I couldn't avoid it. I've been processing my PTSD, and I actually have chronic complex PTSD because I've had so many traumatic events happen back to back, and I never got to process it. So my sensories have been on 1,000 and I couldn't make sense of it. And meditation saved my life. Just connecting with my body, taking those deep breaths in, just connecting with myself has allowed me to take control of my body and my mind again. So I'm back. I pray and hope to be more consistent. Help 1 or 2, 3 people, just letting them know that, hey, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. If you have chronic PTSD, if you have any kind of trauma, if you have grief, I'm hoping that we can connect. I'm hoping that you can find something here on my channel that's going to make you feel like one day you will also feel good and you will get through it. And this healing journey, there's no destination. Trauma happens, that's when your healing journey starts. It's a choice. Some people will be like, how is it a choice when these things are out of your control? But at the moment the traumatic event happens, you choose whether you want to be happy or not, and you choose whether you're going to allow it to destroy you. The mind is the most like important muscle in your body. It's the one thing that determines your happiness, your thought process, your feelings, how you see yourself, how you feel about it. It's just all these things that your mind can make you see things in a way that may not even be real. Taking control of that is a lot of work, but it's worth it, and I'm still working on myself. Every time I thought I was getting closer to finding myself, I get into one part in my therapy sessions, and I'm like, yes, I'm almost there, and then I'm like, oh, something else that needed my attention. There was just so much things that needed my attention that I couldn't sit in front of this camera and talk about it when I was still processing it. It felt like it needed to make sense to me, and for me to really be at peace with it before I let everybody know. The reason why I even named my channel Wellness Lifestyle with Shana is because taking care of your mental health, overcoming PTSD, overcoming grief, everyday choice that becomes a lifestyle. Every day you choose whether you're going to allow it to destroy you or it's going to be a lesson. That tragedy or that loss is supposed to do for you. How are you supposed to process that? What is the lesson in that? It's not that all bad things happen to make us feel bad, or we must be bad, or we must have done bad, or bad karma, or generational curse. No, we are here to evolve as humans. Our souls are just here to learn these lessons. That's what keeps me going. A wellness channel is a lifestyle. Once you choose to be happy, it's a lot of work. It's a constant reminder that you're worthy. You deserve unconditional love. You deserve to be in control of your body. You deserve to connect with yourself again. One thing that I've learned these last couple of months being away from posting on YouTube was that if I come back, I have to be authentic. I want you guys to be on this journey of healing and vibrating and growing together. It's all about sharing information. If something works for me, I'm hoping that I can share it with you and it can work for you too. But before we wrap this up, I wanted to talk about the first step to acknowledging your emotions. Make sure you're paying attention to your inner critic. Make sure you're connecting with your body, and how you connect with your body is those deep breath exercises. Before you pick up your phone, check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. If you had something upset you the night before, process that before you start your day. Connect with yourself. Take 9 or 11 deep breaths and release whatever it is that needs to go. Imagine that being released out of your body. If you can start your morning with just checking in with yourself first before you check your phone, that's your first self-care. I'm excited for this journey, and I'm hoping that I could be a light to somebody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll be back.